I've always said the Prophet Muhammad was the greatest saint.
He's not saying.
Yeah, no, I just thought it would be an interesting thing to say.
Prophet.
Is that bigger than a prophet? Bigger than a saint?
Yeah.
Is that what we got? Okay, cool. Not in my heart, but fine.
Shame is delicious.
Welcome to another episode of Shame is Delicious with myself, Eshaan Akbar.
Oh, and me, Darren Harriott. Saint Darren Harriott.
Saint Darren Harriott, which is less than a prophet. I am so excited because we have got one of my favourite people in the whole entire planet. One of the most highest achieving.
Oh, don't say that. We work together all the time.
Yeah. This guy is like, he's the best.
Oh, thank you, mate. Okay,
He's the best. It's Kwame Asante, everyone. It's Kwame Asante.
Thank you so much for having me on the podcast. Cheers. Thank you.
Kwame is the nicest person in comedy.
Kwame is just like the best dude.
He's
I'm just
very
so happy
nice.
you're here.
I think the key to being a nice person in comedy is just not doing much comedy, I think.
Fine.
my low profile.
Yeah. That's true. You do enough comedy, you turn into a bastard. You stay long enough to see yourself turn into a villain.
Yeah, that's true.
Business. Kwame,
I heard
how
that
are
in
you, bro?
Batman.
I'm really well, thank you. Yeah, good. Yeah, keeping well.
It's a local to Kwame because you're Birmingham based now, aren't you?
Birmingham based, honorary Brummie.
Honorary, yeah, very nice. What do you think of this glorious city? Some would say it's the second city. I say it's the first.
It's. I mean, I would agree that it's a city. It's
As cities go, it's a saint.
So you
A city's go, that's hurtful. A city's go, it's a prophet.
No, yeah. So Kwame, and if you don't mind, I often do this whenever I speak about you.
You're about to gush profusely, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm about to gush.
Okay.
Everybody gushes about Kwame.
So Kwame is, I know we've got Darren here, but Kwame is the real picture of black excellence. You've got.
I used to swerve out of the way to take Darren out as you went back.
You know
on that
what?
road.
It hurts so much more because when I turned my head, the bubble on the hat moved, and it just made it feel worse. I can't argue that.
Not only is Kwame an Edinburgh Comedy Festival Newcomer nominated comedian, he's also a bona fide, actual, proper doctor.
Yeah. I like how you put those two together. Like, no one does that in the world. Why would you put those two together? I would just go, he's a doctor, dude. That's amazing. And Edinburgh Newcomer.
No, but we're doing a comedy podcast. I can't be like, lads, we just got a doctor on. Yeah, there has to be a link.
Yeah, everybody knows it. Yeah, you could have just said comedian and doctor. Instead, you went to Edinburgh Newcomer nominee.
Yeah, that's an achievement.
I remember a time you thought that was an achievement.
No, I'm not saying it's not an achievement. I just don't know why you would put that next to doctor. I feel like doctor is so far away.
I want to say, the way you introduced me on the podcast as a doctor, I feel like less as a guest and more like I'm here as an intervention for one of you. Yeah. We've got an actual doctor. Eshaan, it's time to have a chat.
Yeah. That's like, to me, you've literally just gone, Connect 4 champion and Nobel Peace Prize winner. Like, there's that much of a difference. Being a doctor is so cool. It's way more impressive than being an Edinburgh nominee.
I'm in the company of 2 Edinburgh nominated comedians.
Yeah, one twice.
Just want to. Sorry, your insecurities are showing. That's all.
He's also. The accolades haven't finished, by the way. The accolades haven't finished.
The accolade hasn't finished.
The accolades have not finished.
Okay, fine. The only Black British comedian to be nominated twice. Oh, not mine.
Oh,
sorry,
Kwame.
Kwame.
See, this is why Africans and Caribbeans can't get on. See what's going on? There's fights against each other.
Yeah, it's just going to be spears in a minute.
Spears. Kwame is also amazing value on a night out.
Kwame's fun. Kwame is good people. Yeah,
Kwame's
fun. He's good people. Are you going to keep gushing?
No, well.
You said there was more.
He also had a most beautiful wedding.
He did indeed, yeah.
We had a lovely time at this wedding, didn't we?
Indeed.
Thank you both for coming. You did.
It was great.
Really great.
You drank all my med school friends under the table. They didn't know what hit them.
We were pretty spicy early doors.
You were very spicy.
Yeah, I think we turned up spicy, yeah.
Very spicy. We're like, right,
I think you guys pre-drank for the church ceremony. It was pretty loose.
That was a great wedding. It was so nice.
from what I remember.
Not one like yelling family member, overly drunk. I've been to some pretty interesting weddings.
Do you know what was amazing? It's like I knew Kwame obviously before I knew his family. I didn't know I had to specify that, but everybody was excellent.
Yeah.
His brother was excellent. His dad was it's just a family of the Asantes are just like.
You.
Aren't you all sort of doctors? Family? Your family?
Dad's a doctor. Mum was a midwife and is now a medical secretary. And my little brother's a doctor, so it's a very medical house. Yeah.
Fucking hell, if you were Asian, bro.
I know.
Sweep
That's
it up,
gold star,
That
isn't it?
is fucking hell. I've got an erection just here and there. I'm like, I want to have a kid.
I want to join their
I
family.
want to have a daughter.
I'll just be the guy who does the garden.
So how's life? What's going on? How's things? What's going on?
Things are good. I am keeping busy, trying to just finish off the back of Edinburgh Fringe just gone.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of good gigs in.
So because you do comedy for a few months of the year and then you go back to medicine. How long have you been doing that? Because that must be hard, to be a bona fide doctor and then get on stage in fucking Stourbridge. Do you know what I mean?
Hold on. You've been to Stourbridge?
I have been to Stourbridge.
That's great. That's such a great pull. Stourbridge. That's really funny. That's so random. Yeah.
I love that. That's like comparing the current climate of the NHS to and then Stourbridge.
Of all the places.
Of all the places.
Yeah.
No, I started doing comedy before med school, and then I was lucky to sort of keep it going through med school, and then I now don't gig as frequently now that I work, but I don't do too badly. I sort of go through phases. The medical year starts in August, which sort of clashes, like all most contracts start from August to August, so it clashes directly with the Edinburgh Fringe. Anyway, I can do the Fringes by being unemployed, so I have to sort of take tactical gaps in my medical training to do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because even in comedy terms, you're like, because we're all with the same agent, you're like the grand elder statesman.
Hang on, we've all three of us here have the same agent.
And you've been with Christian for...
I've been with Christian...
Hang
on, I joined 2015, so 7 years.
7 years.
7 years. And you were with him way before then.
I joined in 2012, I think.
What?
10 years. Fucking hell. I've been with him 7 years as well.
Because I've spoken to him and he's like, yeah, Kwame's just lovely. When he's ready, he comes back.
It's great.
It's a great deal you've got there.
Okay, so this is right for a would you rather question.
Yeah.
So would you rather be, what's your specialty of medicine?
A&E.
Okay.
Yeah.
Consultant A&E, doctor.
Yeah.
I think that's the highest level.
Yes. Yeah, I got lost at consultant.
That's correct.
I would have said chief doctor.
Right. Consultant A&E, doctor.
Yep.
Or let's say arena selling comic.
Ooh.
Arena set. Okay.
You're doing you're doing arenas.
That's a big question. I think it probably varies depending on time of the year. I think winter is just a really horrendous time to be a doctor. So I think I do.
Bro,
anything
if you were a
else.
consultant and an arena selling doctor, I swear to God, I'd kill myself. Too much. I cannot believe.
I can't plug the tour anymore. That's a shame.
That would be amazing, dude.
Out of fear of Eshaan's.
I am rooting for Kwame to make it now.
But imagine being able to say, in the winter months, don't fancy being a doctor, I'll just do some arena gigs.
Do some, well, some famously difficult Christmas gigs as well. So it's not.
It must be how do you choose? Because is it going to be possible for you to do both at the same time at a level that you're going to be happy with at both?
I think if I was to become a finish training and become a consultant A&E doctor, I'd get a lot more sort of control over my time and my schedule. As a trainee, you've got to sort of be placed wherever they tell you to go.
Yeah.
And
sounds
if I was
well,
but then also if I was big enough to be selling arenas, and I'd sort of also have that control, be I'm going this city this time, and if I'm not there then I'm not doing it, and people would bend around backwards for me. So you almost have to achieve the peak of both to be able to do both. Because at the moment I'm trying to schmooze up to people, but I'm also not as flexible as I could be because of A&E. So it's a lot of tactics involved.
Okay, so one thing I always hated was at my work, other than my close friends, anyone known?
That's about your work, Darren.
I really did say that. I really did say that like I wasn't standing outside of Oceana. I really did make it seem as if I was in some sort of office. You know, I put a tie on, guys, and as I control these meetings.
Tie.
It was a clip-on tie, so you don't get strangled.
Yeah, I was thinking that. It's for safety, isn't it? Yeah.
Very different line of work there.
No, it's true because the security at work have to wear clip-on ties as well, and it's because if patients kick off,
know that.
you can't grab and get strangled.
You know,
yeah.
You know, with just jumping again. You know, with A&E, it's crazy how like violent patients are, right? Because I remember an ex of mine many years ago used to work there, and she'd say, "Oh yeah, we try and help people, and they're like, trying to bite us and like punch us."
Yeah,
and
but
all
those
that.
paramedics is
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why are people like that? So
Especially with the Christmas hat.
I love that. You've really lent into this
so
like Christmas.
pathetic.
Uncle Kwame, wow, they're bad people.
like it was for Santa.
Don't they know it's Christmas?
That was really bad.
Well,
I didn't realise that bad. Why are people like that? I don't want a PlayStation. I just want
Stop abusing the doctors and nurses. They're working really hard.
So do you work with your wife?
Do
You work with your wife as well?
So we currently work in the same hospital, but
Yeah.
very different. So I work in A&E, she works on the neonatal unit. So
Okay.
same site, but like, we don't see each other.
So you don't have like lunch breaks together?
No, we've had maybe like once,
Oh.
but they're like really bad lunch breaks because it's not like being at home when you're sort of fully unwound. You're sort of at lunch, but you know you're going to go back and it's going to be like full on again. So yeah,
But also, you know, your wife is also another incredibly high achiever. She won like a national
Yeah.
pediatric doctor award. It's just non-stop.
It really
It's
is.
just non-stop levels of success. So when Anna said that we'd booked you, I was like, okay, I love this man so
that doesn't
much.
sound very enthusiastic.
You know you had a breakdown.
When I
You're
told
like,
her, I acknowledged the information.
I've got to mentally prepare for him.
Okay.
I was like, you know what?
What's
I love
for
this
lunch?
man. I love this man. I look up to him. I'm dead excited. But because it's the Shame is Delicious podcast, hopefully. Because even when we drink,
Yeah.
you don't do anything shameful. You're so level-headed. And I'm like, is today going to be the day we find out Kwame does some mad shit now?
Okay, yeah. Okay,
That's
let's go.
what I want to know.
Well, Kwame, what mad shit do you get up to?
Look, what's your most, when you look back at your life,
Yeah.
the thing that... is
I
there a
can't imagine
shameful
him
thing?
doing anything
Neither can I.
vaguely.
Shameful.
Yeah.
Do you feel any sense of shame about anything?
Do I feel shame? I feel like it's especially sort of touching on A&E. Like my sense of shame, I think, constantly gets like reevaluated based on sort of the people I come across at work.
Right, yeah.
And
True.
like also, like it's more like some people I meet who just have like you come to A&E and it's obviously like people's worst day. Like no one plans to end up in A&E at the start of their day. So a lot of people come in and obviously dealing with their own levels of shame.
Yeah.
But I think what sort of strikes me more is the people who come in with like this the lack of shame, the level of shamelessness you get in the emergency department.
Like,
People
what's
who
the
come in.
stupidest thing someone's coming in?
Like, why is a toy car in your butt? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Don't ask me questions.
It's weird that it's funny you touched on that. So like, yeah, well, also good to see you again.
Lovely stuff.
Fair.
So like the weird, like the most shameless like A&E story. We had a guy, a couple come in, and like there's no way to actually sugarcoat it. Basically, they'd had a vibrator. They were playing with the vibrator.
Yeah.
And the girl had put the vibrator up the guy's bum. Oof. But I think it was like basically due to like enthusiasm, the vibrations, everything. Basically, it just went so far up that neither of them could get it
Yeah, the
back
problem
out.
was she had a run up.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Like a javelin.
So,
Open
but,
wide.
like, which obviously like fine things can go wrong, but like it was like this. It was probably like I'm not sure if it was like a brand new vibrator or like a fresh pair of batteries or whatever. But it was like the best bit about this vibrator would not stop buzzing like at all. And so you just picture this guy.
But was it near his, like, because men have their orgasms near the prostate, right?
Well, I like how you said right as if you don't know that. Right? I'm not 100% sure about that.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I'll be honest with you, like that doesn't really change the medical decision making. So it's like, It's not a question. It's like, okay, it's like, you know, like, oh, have you climaxed?
Yeah.
No? Okay, well, we'll come back in 20 and then...
Was he in pain? Was he like...
Let the man finish before we intervene. Compassion before science. That's how... That's how we got to
But was he
strike it.
sat there like in pain, or was he like, ugh?
No, I think he'd gotten to the point where the novelty of it had...
Alice's face when you went.
You don't like my cum face?
Like what, Eshaan?
Gross.
Sorry.
And so
he was basically sat in this like sort of heathen A&E waiting room, and there's obviously like this is full of like stressed out, drunk, irritated people, and he's like sat on a plastic chair just buzzing away. Exactly.
Hilarious.
Like,
And it was like,
but, like, he's-
turn the mobile off.
but he's like, well, exactly.
Who's ringing me?
Really trying to get hold of you. Like talking about show, but he's like properly, like he's probably coming in with like a don't kink shame me level of energy. Like,
I can respect that. Though. I respect that.
So it's like, but so for like I said, most people I'd be like, you know, I just want to disappear. This guy's just like, nope, this is me. I'm here. I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
No pun intended. We get him to we're assessing him medically, and then we've got like us all trying to keep it straight. We're like the
I
professional
was just about to
situation.
say, does that get around that there's a guy in here with a vibrator?
Oh yeah. Like I think
Do you have code words?
there's no, we don't have code words.
Yeah.
Do you know-
Duracell bunny.
I'm not going to tell you now.
Yeah, Duracell bunny in cell. Well, did I say cell?
In A&E, they
Ward.
must have code words for like certain.
We had it in
areas.
security.
Oh yeah,
For
like,
obvious
Like what?
reasons.
Like what?
The most obvious ones was like Code Black was.
I mean, really?
There's a Code Black. He's smoking weed. No, Code.
well, okay. Do I want to unpick why? Okay, no. Why not code green? No, okay, fine.
Code Blue was anything sexual. Like
Okay,
blue,
fine.
that was one. So you Code Blue.
That's very okay. That's...
The one that
What was Code Black? Genuinely,
bomb. No, Code Black was either a bomb threat or a suspicious
bomb
package.
threat.
Did I say bomb? I did say bomb, didn't I? Code there's a Code Black. It's just got off.
So a bomb threat. Okay.
Code Yellow was fight.
Okay.
Any sort of disturbance.
That seems racially
Code Yellow.
insensitive.
Why? So explain.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
fine.
Is that what you're doing?
Cool.
That is
Kwame, isn't
literally
it?
what it was
No,
doing.
Eshaan
Yeah.
took me down that path.
No. But however, you both should be ashamed of yourselves. Code Yellow was fighting. Now I can't get the song out of my head.
You were going to say Code Yellow was kung fu fighting. Yeah.
Code Yellow was fighting. The one that confused me was Code Ice Cream. What do you think Code Ice Cream would be? Imagine it's a nightclub.
Vomit.
Vomit. Yeah.
Oh.
Code Ice Cream was vomit.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. It was always weird. Because, I was like, there's
But
more
why
colours.
would that be a security issue? Like, or was that just like
Slip,
the staff
strips and
kind of?
falls.
Yeah, we wouldn't clean it. It was just to know. You'd say it in the radio, and then like the bar staff or
And
something.
they
would
probably
come
have to
in.
get that
okay.
person out.
The person would.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, fair. Well, yeah, okay.
Okay, explain this. I once got kicked out of a bar for falling asleep.
Yeah, you can't fall asleep in a bar. It's supposed to be a hip. Did I say hip? A cool. I'm fucking old, dude.
You said hip, and you went, I know what makes it better. Cool.
I'm getting really old. I almost said vibrant.
Vibe.
It's supposed to be like a happening spot.
Who do you work for? Foxton's? Like,
It's very spacious.
why do you get chucked out for sleeping?
So you can't do. Imagine this is your nightclub, right? It's supposed to be a place that people want to come to and have a good time, and there's someone falling asleep on a couch whilst Rihanna's playing, and people are doing shots.
And
That's
you get thrown out for being too drunk, and being able to fall asleep with really loud music might suggest that you're
I'm
drunk.
deaf.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you just say,
Put a little post-it note on you with
Yeah, I
that.
would.
I'm deaf. If I'm asleep, leave me. Yeah, yeah. A lot of the stuff you couldn't do. You
Right.
couldn't. Obviously, you couldn't stand on chairs and do all that. Why is it gone silent? It's weird.
So I'm just fine. So
Everybody wants to dance on chairs now. Okay.
I like dancing on
was there
tables.
a code for that?
No, it would just be someone on tables.
Can ice cream? Someone's also going to say.
Someone on tables.
So because the people that you've seen, patients,
Mm.
you're kind of spectrum of what's shameful to you has been warped a bit.
Mm.
Can you think back on anything in your life where you're like, I wish I hadn't done
I mean, tons of stuff. I'm also trying to think of
that? Things that won't get you sacked.
things that won't get me sacked. Yes, exactly. Excellent choice of
Imagine
podcast.
Kwame
Come on, Kwame.
Kwame was like a drug pusher or something. Just like, what is going on?
Yeah, him and the hospital pharmacy have got a real thing going on.
Yeah.
Something I shouldn't have done. It came. Me and my brother's fiance is American, so we sort of had a Thanksgiving dinner at their family home. And
In the UK or
in the UK, my parents they're based in Southwest London.
Yeah.
And we were like, and I think something that my parents hadn't realized. Basically, I applied to uni, and especially when you're applying to med school, like it all becomes very sort of culty. Like, oh, you need to do this. You want to get into med school, blah 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 blah. And my email address, and still one of my email addresses is kingkwame@hotmail.co.uk.
Oh no, you've got one of the. You've got your first email address. I've still got hotmail.com, but not.
I've got
Not
hotmail.com.
yeah, not
So-
with.
But I applied to uni with my email address kingkwame@hotmail. And one of the things at med school, no, you have to make a professional email address. Blah blah blah. blah. My parents don't know, so I applied to Oxford Medical School, like rejected straight away. Like, who's
I think
this
it was
guy?
the Kwame thing. That was the
Well,
issue.
Also, when you put your name, you put a crown emoji.
But then the funny thing is the same email. You used to say.
Sorry, did you say it's the Kwame thing? Sorry, that's really. I just got that.
But then I applied to. I ended up going to UCL in London, and I applied with the same email address,
Oxford
kingkwame@hotmail.co.uk, and I got offered like an interview straight away. And I'm thinking, was it like Big Money London thought I was like an actual African king or something?
Yeah, maybe. Jesus.
It's just like, whoa, okay,
Actually, that is a good. Like, what royalty? Like Mohammed bin Salman. What's his email address?
Who's Mohammed bin Salman?
Like the king of Saudi Arabia or whatever he is. The
Oh,
Crown Prince of
okay.
Saudi Arabia.
Did you say salmon?
Salman.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Mohammed bin Salman. I was like, what's going on there, dude?
I'll tell you what, that Mohammed bin Salman man.
Is he
he's
the-
pescatarian these days.
He's like the boss of
the Crown
place.
Prince.
Yeah, top dog.
Would he be like Crown Prince Salmon at hotmail.com?
I don't know. I'm kind of obsessed with people who don't use emails. Like Sylvester Stallone's never sent an email.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when he was famous, he didn't have emails. Wasn't around, and his agent he says he never sent.
Well,
an
that's because
email.
if you take your laptop on the top of the stage, you're not at reception, are you? So that wasn't worth it. Swing and a miss. It happens sometimes.
That was awful. That was so bad. You know what was really funny? You were thinking of Sylvester Stallone films in your head.
I don't know very many.
You're top of the. Did you mean top of the stairs or top of the stage? I'm confused.
Stair-
You said stage though, I think.
The stairs.
Oh, I'm so
no,
confused.
stairs, yeah, like the Rocky.
Yeah, no, okay.
The Rocky.
Oh, no, I'm
Let's
sad.
analyze.
You know what's worse? When we try and break it down to understand it, and
Yeah, that
we
makes
still
sense.
don't
I'm
come
trying
to.
to salvage Eshaan. I know that's
No,
like,
no,
it's like
it's
he's
fine.
smart. There's
Wait,
layers to this. It's cerebral.
Just jumping. You don't know Sylvester Stallone films.
I don't know any films, really. Films is not my thing.
What do you mean films is not your? What would you? It's weird.
I don't like films. I prefer books.
You don't like? No, you definitely do not prefer books. You prefer books over films. No, you don't. I've never seen you read a book in your life, in my life or your life. What did I say? I haven't had a drink today. Am I hammered?
Yeah, you are.
What do you mean you don't read? You don't watch films? That's strange. Kwame, do you watch films?
I'm going to put my hand up. I'm also really bad with films.
There you go. We read books.
I may have.
Alice, you watch
but I
films?
also don't. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I've got a film degree, but I've probably watched fewer films than anybody else with a film degree.
In 1 year, I used to do a film podcast and I watched 560 films in a year.
Wow.
That's more than one a day.
Wow.
More than one a day. What?
Yeah,
That's
do you know how many
probably
days are
more
in
than
a year?
I've watched.
I
in
was,
my life.
I was like, I know it's free. It's free something. I know it's free something. It's 360. Ain't it amazing how I've got this far? It's crazy, dude. It's honestly. I think to
We're
myself,
all thinking it, mate.
I think to myself, it's amazing I got this far. This is perfect.
You won someone 116 grand.
I did win somebody
That's
116
mad.
grand, mate.
Anyway,
116 grand. Seriously though, name some Sylvester Stallone films.
some Sylvester Stallone films.
Yeah.
Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah,
Is there a fifth?
terrible. You are.
Was he in?
Ooh.
Oh, it's like the Avengers for old people.
not.
What was that one?
It's Expendables.
Oh, the
The
fine.
Expendables.
I mean, it is pretty much Avengers for old people. It really is like a geriatric superhero.
Isn't it?
It
Yeah.
kind of is. You kind of.
Shall I name one more?
Yeah, one.
Was he? Did he play like a pregnant man, or was that Arnold Schwarzenegger?
That was Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Easily confused.
Yeah. Was that it wasn't twins, was it? It was oh, yeah, it was
Junior.
Junior. Was he Detective John Kimball in that? Was it that one?
That was Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop for getting them mixed up.
Strong.
In my face.
I'm still can't get over 560 films in 1 year. That's
I still can't believe that's more than one a year.
You can't believe it.
Jesus Christ. I don't know what's happened. Darren's taking the shot or something.
Dude,
He's in the Christmas spirit.
I've hit my head.
Darren's
Oh my
turned
God.
into that uncle that you usually get at Christmas. Don't know how that's happened.
Plugs, yes. So I've got My Night You Dress Funny coming up at the boat show. I did put my hand out like I was going to touch you on the shoulder because I was just saying I want to get Kwame to the Birmingham one. I literally wanted to book Kwame right here. I put my hand up like, if you listen, I did put my hand up when I said that because I was going to put it on Kwame's shoulder to go. Kwame will also be performing because I haven't sent him the email yet. Anyway, awkward.
But you know what the email is? King Kwame.
I didn't even finish that story. Yeah. So
We'll come back to that.
That's cool.
And 27th of December, we are at the Manchester Frog and Bucket. For the first time, we're doing a show in Manchester. Myself, Rachel Fairburn, a bunch of really hilarious comedians. We all have to wear fancy costumes, so please do come. Also, the 16th of February, we will be at the Leicester Comedy Festival. Yes, us lot, the gang, we're all in with some special guests doing a live Shame is Delicious, so please do come get your tickets. Kwame.
Main thing to plug, I'm going on a tour next year.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so I'm doing a tour. My tour show is called In Stitches, and it's basically a collection of all my best material since I started doing stand-up.
Wicked.
So stuff about growing up in London, moving to Birmingham, family life, loads and loads of A&E medical stories. A nice fun show. So yeah.
Go see Kwame, very funny comedian.
Where can
You'll love
people
him.
get tickets?
Tickets through my website, www.kwamedy.com.
I do really like Kwame. I do.
It's
I'm
not as
very
good as Michael
jealous.
Patton, but it's good.
No, Kwame's way better than Michael Patton. Why are we even... exactly. Exactly. That was a sarcastic, like... He's right. It's terrible. Eshaan, plugs?
Go to eshaanakbar.com/tour for tickets to my tour. When's your tour? You didn't say when it was.
It's February onwards, February, March predominantly, but more
Mine's
dates
also
being
February,
added.
March. Make sure you buy tickets to both of our.
If you had to pick one, probably just go with Kwame.
Thank you.
I still-
eshaanakbar.com/tour all over the country. Hopefully, Kwame and I won't be clashing.
I hope not.
But please do go and see Kwame. Please do try and buy tickets to me as well. I've got some stuff coming out on telly in December, 16th December. QI episode's coming out.
That's already been and gone when this episode's out.
I hope you enjoyed my QI episode that came out.
Still on iPlayer.
You can still watch it on iPlayer. And this week, or maybe next week, my Live at the Apollo episode will be coming out too, the Christmas episode. So please do watch that and tweet about it. That's the main thing. If you see me on anything,
Yeah, find us all on Twitter.
Sweet.
At Darren Harriott.
it's at Eshaan Akbar, but it should be Michael Patton. So
And at Kwamedy.
mine's better.
Absolute garbage. Sorry for interrupting your story earlier, Kwame. I beg you finish it. Shut up, Eshaan.
So essentially, the crux of the story was it was at this family dinner literally like a couple of weeks ago when my mum found out that I applied to uni using this King Kwame email address. And then she got so upset and like ashamed of me about it. Even though like I qualified as a doctor in 2015, I've been practicing, married, like my life's moved on so far, but she's still got a little shred of her, like, oh, we didn't go to Oxford.
And
Still
this
not
is
enough.
like a
Still
recent
just like-
Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, literally like a couple of weeks
That's
ago.
like my mum
No,
having
a week ago, yeah.
That's like my mum having a go at me for dropping out of BTEC drama or something. Like,
Exactly.
it's like, oh, you should have carried on with drama. No, I'm on TV. You should have carried on with.
Yeah.
You should have done the BTEC drama.
So no, but I made it. I'm there. This is
That
like,
is
no.
mad.
That's pretty mad. Is it? Yeah, I guess it's just that because when your mum probably talks about you, they want to. If you say, you know, what uni you went to, and you went to like Cambridge or Oxford, it's kind of big. It's still big, isn't it?
It's that
even
sort
though
of like
he's-
first generation sort of like
Yeah.
academic pride of like it's got to be like top
'Cause, like,
for everything.
2 weeks ago, my dad was talking. Oh, sorry, my dad was talking to someone. Not my Apple Watch. Dad was talking to someone.
Flex.
This guy.
Who was
I'm
that? Who
trying to
was
get-
that for?
I'm trying to get. My dad was talking to like some uncle or auntie or whatever who had not spoken to for a long time, and they obviously asked what I was up to. Like, how's Eshaan? What's he up to? My dad said, "Well, he used to be a banker.
Wow.
It's been 12 years."
Wow. To most people, it's funny when you're a comedian and someone in the audience is a banker, you're immediately like, ugh. But I guess it's still kind of like a really cool job. Like, because it is a successful job. to
Well, I
have.
mean, but
to me, I hear banker and I go, ugh.
I think bankers only very recently entered the lexicon of acceptable jobs. It used to be Dell, doctor, engineer, lawyer, or
Okay.
loser,
Yeah.
and then banker,
Is-
accountant.
In like Asian families,
Yeah.
banker is up there.
Banker and accountant have kind of entered the fray,
Really?
but doctor, engineer, lawyer are still regarded as the more respectful ones.
Yeah.
I remember in 2012, I won the Student Comedy Award, and I remember telling my
Another
grandparents
award, another
this.
flex.
Uh,
That's his
remember-
Apple Watch moment.
I remember telling my grandma this. She lives in Ghana. Still lives in Ghana her entire life. And I remember telling her, "Oh, Mum, I've been at the Fringe. I've won the Student Comedy Award." And her first question was like, "Oh, I thought you were in med school." And I was like, "No, I still am in med school." She's like, "Oh, it's so great that you're in med school and you've won this comedy award." Like she was like,
Yeah.
she could only process it through the frame of like, it's
Yeah.
like, what? What is
My
this?
elder, I got a Desmond for my undergrad,
What? What's that?
a 2-2.
2-2.
Okay.
Right? I got a Desmond, right?
Yeah. I thought it was like
My
a black
eldest
friend. That was a Desmond.
My eldest,
For your undergrad and you postgrad, you ditched them now.
yeah.
Time to get
Yeah.
serious.
So my undergrad got a Desmond, and then
Hang on, just for a guy who doesn't understand grades.
yeah,
you have a first.
Yeah, not first, but a 2-2. Is that
2-1.
good or bad?
No.
2-2 is
First
bad.
2-1. So
first 2-1, 2-2, third fail.
Oh, you did really bad.
It was
It's
happy.
not
It was
bad.
very-
It's not
2-2 is like
bad.
what,
It's- yeah,
50%?
it's-
Between
yes.
50 and
Yeah.
But
60%.
you're a smart guy. You went to a really
Yeah,
good
but I had a really tough time at uni. We can talk about that another time.
Okay, sure.
I was on the streets. So
What, like in a cool way or
Yeah.
homeless? There's
Yeah.
2 ways you were on the street. I was on the streets or I was homeless. I was leading a gang or I was sleeping in a box.
I was actually speaking a bus. Anyway, I got to. So then my eldest aunt, who was like, she's like the most feared one in the family.
The one who speaks out.
Yeah. So my mum said, they all knew I graduated. So my mum said, okay, don't tell you got 2 to say you got 2-1.
Yeah.
Just say you got 2-1. Then I'm going to check. All right. So I called her up and said, Auntie, I graduated. I've got 2-1. To which she said, what's that? And I said, oh, it's a 2-1. And she's a principal of a college,
Oh.
right, in Tucker University. So she said, I don't understand what you mean. I said, it's like second class honours, first roll. Like, she was like, no one in our family has ever done such a thing.
What? She thought it was bad.
So was she like when she said, "What's that?" Was that
Yeah.
like she knew exactly what
Yeah,
it was?
yeah.
That is so
That was
cold.
so confusing. That was so confusing.
She wanted
really
you to
played
spell it.
Spell it out.
Oh, that is,
For me to say, I was in the
man.
second class. She was
That
like,
is-
no one in our family has ever done such a thing. It was such a thing that hurt me. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I actually lied. It's worse.
That's
You know what, Auntie, you want to sit down for the next part?
also, I'm gay. It was rough, boy.
Oh, yeah.
What if she was like, "What's that?" And then she made you like explain
Yeah.
like the bare concept of homosexuality.
I kinda
to
like
her.
that, though.
Just cold, just be like, "No one in our family."
She was like an
So-
emeritus professor of statistics. So
What?
she was like, yeah, anyway, there was a tough conversation.
Oh.
But there we are.
Well, look at you now.
Huh?
Look at you now.
I know.
So when I went to get married, you have to give your parents professions, and my dad is an emeritus professor, and I had to look up how to say it phonetically so that I could say it to the lady without embarrassing myself.
Fucking hell.
Because
Oh,
I thought it was Demetrius.
Demetrius. My dad is a drug dealer. It's easier. The good thing about your dad being a drug dealer is it's easier to pronounce. He was a street pharmaceutical rep.
That's really funny. Excuse me. Right, so on this podcast, we talk about people's shame, and we get listeners to send us their shame, which you can still do. Keep sending them to us. Email, Twitter, Instagram, all the places. Just send
DM,
us
whatever,
shameful stories about yourself or anyone else you know, or things that you think should be shameful but people don't really understand, and we can call them out here anonymously. And Alice, you've got a story for us, and Kwame, you're going to help us decide.
I do. This one was emailed in. Says, shameful story for you. I don't feel shame about it, but I bet I should. So I was seeing someone and things were going relatively well. Then on the third time meeting her, we started to have sex, the third date sex there.
Yeah,
About 20 minutes in and I'm knackered. I mean, sweating from places I didn't know you could sweat from. In an attempt to catch a breather, we started to change position. And as I went to start going again, I let off the biggest and loudest fart I've ever done.
Lovely.
Out of pure awkwardness, I started laughing hysterically. Yeah. She didn't find this amusing. I subsequently laughed myself soft and I had to leave immediately. Lovely girl, but I doubt that was the throw of passion she was looking for.
Right.
Favourite bit of that? Laughed myself soft.
Which I've also done, to be fair.
Laughed yourself soft?
Yeah.
Like, what?
That can happen.
During sex?
Yeah.
Has she laughed at you?
No, she hit her head on the headboard. Right?
No, I'm not laughing at the injury.
Oh.
I'm not. Full disclosure, that's not. It's your.
No, do you know what I'll tell you what it was, right? Before she hit her head on the headboard, we were having a very sexy moment.
Yeah.
And the way she hit the headboard just completely killed the sexiness of it.
Yeah.
Which made me laugh. And I went soft.
Was she hurt?
She got a bit of a bruise.
Oh. Did you have sex after?
No.
You completely killed the moment.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, I think it'd probably be worse if you sort of probably maintained the erection through that.
That'd be
she's like knocked us, and you're like, no, this is what I'm into.
You got a black eye.
Actually, if anything, this has really got me going. I don't know that. Can you run into the door?
Okay.
I would hate that myself farting during sex. I'm very against farts. Me. I say against.
Just generally.
I don't mind a fart. I like a fart in a bath. Because obviously.
No, that's the worst place.
What? You don't fart? What?
That is
I'm
the
alone on
worst
that?
place. That little bubble pops up.
When do you have a bath? I don't have baths very often. Because I don't know what I'm going like.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have baths very often. Yeah. But when I'm in a hotel and there's a bath, I'll get in the bath and I will fart in the bath. But that's...
You take baths in hotel baths.
Oh no! Don't give my compliment.
Do you actually?
What's wrong with the hotel?
Oh no!
Whoa!
Oh, no.
Kwame, hotel baths.
Hotel baths. I thought I'm too big to fit in baths. So
Yeah.
I just don't bath.
I would every now and again get in a hotel.
Because you're not staying at the Mandarin Oriental. You're staying at travel lodges.
I have stayed in a travel lodge before, but I do quite enjoy Hilton. No? Is that not the good one? Shit. I said the Hilton, expected everybody to go, actually, that's not bad. I mean, not all baths. I don't say...
Not all baths.
I fart in a bath every now and again, but I don't fart in my general...
But that's not a good place to do it.
Why? Because it's quite fun. You get to see a little ripple. Of...
Yeah, the plop plop. But
You see a little plop, plop,
scientifically,
plop,
it's probably not quite a good place to do it.
You say scientifically. What do you think? What do you think my job is?
Yeah, I know. Eshaan looks at Kwame and goes, scientifically, he's not a scientist, dude.
So it's like a 5-hour wait to see a doctor or just farting in bathtubs.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't fight in baths at official medical events.
If I farted during sex, I would be so embarrassed. I'd probably leave and put my underwear on.
In that
Wait till I'm outside. Pants on.
Have you ever farted during sex?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah. I've never.
It doesn't seem like something
Nah,
that's like above me.
It kind of.
Man of the people.
But yeah, I feel like if one's hard, then something coming out of it fart. I don't think I can do the both at the same. I don't think I can have an erection and fart at the same time.
You know the erection's not held up with hair.
I just realised I was stupid there. But I don't think I could fart. It's like sneezing with your eyes open, right? I don't think I could fart with a boner.
No, as in,
I
no, but
think
you can.
Medically, it's
though.
possible. It's definitely possible. They're two different. Yeah.
Can you sneeze with your eyes open?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
we
that goes against that then. I just don't think I could. I feel like if all the blood is in one area, actually, it's not blood.
But you know, okay. I mean, this might be.
Eshaan's desperately trying to claw this off.
No, because I'm about to take this to a whole other level.
There we go.
Because the thing is,
Fuck's
I know
sake.
what is definitely a mood killer, and that's vagina farts.
I don't mind vagina farts because
Yeah,
that means
I
that
don't either,
you've
but
blocked
women
so
do.
much air in there.
Women do.
You're like, you've blocked so much air that it just has to come out violently. Yeah. I'm not against vagina farts, but women hate them. It's funny.
We've got an esteemed person with
you
us.
two go out with the sort of women that pretend they don't go for wheeze or poos.
Yeah, that is. You know what? That is
I went
a
through
great point.
No, I went
made
through a
there
phase
by
of that.
Alice.
Yeah, for a bit.
I've dated women in the past who do the whole toilet roll in the sink.
No, I
In a toilet bowl. Sorry.
Real top shelf bra. That's
Yeah.
so nice, Darren. Toilet paper in the sink, y'all.
We need your votes in January.
when I stay with a girl, I make sure she goes for a poo.
Hold on, can you just say that again louder?
When I stay with a woman,
Yeah.
I make sure she goes for a poo.
What do you mean you make sure she goes for a poo? Like some sort of guard?
Check she's regular.
Yeah, I'm just like, listen, if we're gonna do this, you have to like not be nervous about having a shit in and around my vicinity.
What?
Make sure she has a poo sounds so sinister.
So bad.
No, so
Like-
what I mean is, I'll be like, look, I want to go for a poo,
Yeah, you go for a
and then
poo.
you can go after.
Same on the toilet water. Just flush once.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pile yours on mine, Bab.
But I try and have that conversation. But listen, I don't want you to be nervous about it.
But I don't. I've never had that conversation with any girl I've ever dated in my
That's
time.
busy fighting in baths.
Yeah, that's a good point. But what? I don't really care if she poos. I don't want her to smell my poo. I don't want to smell her poo.
You do or you don't?
I don't want to smell anyone's poo.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to. I don't smell my own poo. Cause I like to poo in the dark. We've had this discussion. What?
You've got to.
You like to poo.
You don't want to smell your own poo, so you poo in the dark.
I don't. No. I
Because
just.
what? Because of the shame of it?
If anything, wouldn't that heighten your sense of smell because you couldn't see?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm normally on my phone. I'm not really paying attention.
Sorry.
That sounds even. So you're in pitch black,
black.
dimly lit phone screen, taking it.
100%.
That is
You've
so-
literally just described me. Yeah.
Scrolling through TikTok.
Scrolling through whilst I'm on the toilet, and then because people, I don't check when I wipe. I wipe, and I'm just like, hey, I know what I'm doing. I'm 34.
Sorry, wait. You don't
What
check
is
when
what?
you wipe.
No, I'm not gonna wipe my butt and then look at my poo. I don't care about it like that. We're not connected.
How do you know when you're done?
I've just got a good handle on it. I don't know.
Wait, is this?
I mean, look. Okay, occasionally I'll have a little, check the blind spot, But generally,
If you accidentally go in the light.
if there's the corridor lights on, ugh. But generally, I like pooing in the dark. I used to like peeing in the dark as well.
Until
But then,
until your
Missed.
sneaker
what I
budget
do
went up.
now is, I know, I've done that before.
You got nicer shoes now.
Oh,
You gotta
I
compromise.
use my phone light and put it on the. It sounds extra, but I don't like full lights on when I'm peeing or pooing. So I use my phone light and then I just use that so I can aim. So one hand's on me touch, and the other hand's on my phone light. So I pee when I'm doing that in my own house that I live alone. That's
Kwame, is this the kind of podcast that you envisioned that you'd be?
Honestly, yes. Like, I'm still so firmly within my comfort zone between you two. I was fully
Wait,
expecting
you guys
this.
don't poo in the dark or anything. It's all lights on.
So does that mean your dream bathroom would have like mood lighting, like a dimmer switch, like you could?
100%. Yeah, 100. Yeah.
So you get one of those where when you walk in,
Pooed lighting. Very nice.
when you walk in,
Alice just gave us a note. Pooed lighting.
they've got
Right.
underlights.
What have?
Like there's you can get motion sensor underlights.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind that. That's why I'm against bidets. I'm not a big fan because using a bidet at night is going to be an issue. I'm going to miss my hole because I don't want the water to squirt on my leg. I just don't like poo water.
Right. But actually, I think you're quite into like Japanese culture. Imagine your dream bathroom have like mood lighting, like
Mood
Japanese
lighting and a
toilet.
hole in the floor.
And I think it would all be like a very voice activated lighting experience.
Yeah, all
sort
very
of-
calm. Very calm. I just don't like full lights because I think where I live now, my problem is, so where the toilet is like to the left, and then directly opposite the toilet, obviously, is a sink, and there's like a mirror, and I know I can see my head in the light. I don't remember taking a poo and seeing my own face. I don't want to do that. It's like masturbating, seeing yourself in the mirror. You don't want to see yourself. So I don't want to see myself when I poo, so I switch the lights off, and I poo in the dark, and I live a happy life.
The secret of happiness. And by those simple steps, everyone.
I'll be honest, Connor, this is not the podcast I expected today. Let me say
It
that
is-
much.
Honestly, it's poo humor again. It's
Yeah, how did this
toilet
happen?
humor.
Anyway, we were trying to deal with this person's shame.
I think if anything, we've reassured them because we've taken this down such an avenue.
So they were embarrassed that they had to leave.
He said that he wasn't ashamed of it, but probably should have been.
I don't think it should
I
be
think it
ashamed
should
of
be.
it.
No.
It's
Because
accidental.
if it's got to go, it's got to go.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I don't think it's
If
actually
you're
that.
naked with somebody, you should be relaxed in front of them.
But I think
Maybe.
if you're having sex with someone and you start laughing, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's bad.
I'm like that though.
No,
I'll lose
but
a boner
some-
over anything now.
I think some laughing during sex is
Yeah,
good.
what if what if the other person didn't hear the fart? But obviously they were quite self-conscious about it, and then they just
just giggling.
from their point of view, they were having sex, and
Yeah.
then he then started laughing hysterically and went soft.
Yeah.
and then, that
Yeah,
went, and
that's
then,
true.
then they're thinking, what's going on there?
certain farts will ruin everything.
I like a bit of laughter during sex though, because it feels like it's a good, healthy sexual relationship.
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
but not like one-sided hysterical erection
I'm very
deleting
against
laughter.
that. I don't want any laughter during sex.
Do you have sex in the dark?
Let's have a. Oh my gosh! Of course, sex with the lights on. What?
Do you cook? What do you do with the lights on? Cook?
Yeah, the lights are pretty low, pretty dimmed.
Clean?
Yeah, clean lights on. I always clean in the day. I like daylight. I don't really like night light. Daylight as in natural light, of course, rather than.
So do you not poo during the daytime?
Don't like night light.
No, I do, but
Electric light.
electric lights. That's probably what it's called, Alice. Yep, electric lights. Yep. Probably not daylights. Yep.
No, Darren's old candlelight man. It's like,
Oh, I do love a
old
candle.
Christmas Darren Harriott.
I do look like I've got a candle walking around.
Where did this fascination with doing everything in the dark come from? How does that?
I don't know. I think because I live alone, and you know my rules. I don't like wearing trousers indoors.
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan. I don't wear trousers indoors. I like underwear only for myself.
Listen to previous
I'm
episodes.
only just learning this. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
fine, fair play. Okay, cool.
Underwear only indoors, and because of the way my bathroom is set up, there's no outdoor light, so there's no window. So there's a fan, which is obviously very annoying. Ugh. And I think I like it quite dark as well because when I switch the light on, the fan comes on, and I don't really like the noise of a fan because it sort of takes away from my, sort of
The
soothing.
ambience.
The ambience is ruined. So I like it quite dark. And then when I go to public toilets, sometimes I'll be on a toilet, and when the light goes out, how they have a timer on the lights. I like it when the lights go completely out, and I'm just sitting there in the dark, just pooing, and then I do get annoyed
Do you know
when
who doesn't
somebody
like it? The other people who walk into that fucking toilet.
Yeah, and I get very annoyed when they walk in because I go, "Oh, you ruined my moment."
What about when you eat, like go to restaurants? You prefer dimly lit restaurants to bright lit?
Not really, but I'll always get a corner. I like a dark. I like if I'm on my own because I sometimes go to restaurants on my own. I like to be. I don't want people to see me eat. I like to be on the side or corner. So I guess I'm dark in my mind.
This somehow became quite sad.
How's it sad? I like eating in the dark if I can. I like most things in the dark. Definitely sex, 100% sex. Always. Morning sex, all that. Ugh, yeah. Draw the curtains. Let's keep it dark.
Kwame, any
Dude,
thoughts?
it's true. When people have been to my house, they've always going, "Oh, you should have some natural light," and I'm like, "Nah, we're fine." Saturday afternoon, if I'm free, Saturday afternoon, curtains are drawn, I'm in there in the dark all day. It's great.
I think when it comes to sex, the best lighting is like moonlight and curtains open, or street lights but curtains open.
Moonlight and curtains.
Yeah.
Just the gap between moonlight and street light. You've gone from like
He's talking about
like
night
satellite lights.
night lights. Yeah, I'm talking about night lights. Just night lights. Just
Moonlight. What are you in a treehouse?
Just the lights just coming from outside into the inside. That's
There's like no light coming in from outside normally.
there is a bit.
It's not enough light. Why do you want to see everything?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's just quite romantic that way.
No, I don't. I'm against it.
Kwame, any thoughts on lights?
lights,
Night lights, daylights.
street lights, candle lights, all lights.
I actually do think, though, in hospitals, if the lighting wasn't as harsh,
That would drive
people
me
would get
insane.
better quicker.
If the lighting wasn't as harsh.
Yeah. I feel like the lighting in hospitals is like very,
It's horrendous. Yeah.
not pleasant.
If the doctors could see less clearly, people would get better quicker.
Yeah.
It's right, it's true.
I think so.
I think people would get freaked out as I'm trying to take blood and like, they can see me sort of like the needle taking like a run against
But you know what? I think
So-
you lot should have given those like coal miner lights.
Yeah. Can you look like a Chilean miner?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like
when
on
you're
the
doing
head.
your medical procedures, you've got that. But then the rest of it should be like nice little lamps and mood lighting.
I would hate that in hospital. I know being in hospital obviously is horrendous. It just but I would hate the lighting situation because I'd have no control,
Too bright,
and it
yeah.
would be too bright all the time.
One of the times we do wear like a headlamp is so I used to work in the children's emergency department and kids always coming in because they've shoved stuff up their nose or in their ears or whatever. So you've got to put on like your sort of your headlamp whilst you're trying to sort of obviously the kids like freaking out because they're like 3 and trying to process why this guy sort of surgical mask like
Yeah.
Big
like
light in his head.
Halford's headlight on just sort of like just trying to stick tweezers into their nose. So yeah, it's not when the headlight goes on, it's not fun time. Well,
I like it at the dentist. Oh, that's
Yeah, fair.
another time when I like lights. Dentist. I like that because I like the dentist. Big fan. Love it.
Well, we know you like this.
It's because I live alone. That's why. I just like the fact that people are just taking care of me.
You know, we had a wheel counter. Can we do a I live alone counter?
Oh, but can I say that a lot? Oh no.
you do.
Do I really say that a lot?
If you don't say it directly, you do say it.
You do,
quite a lot.
yeah.
Oh,
That's quite sad, isn't
that's
it?
me.
That is really sad.
Yeah.
That's like therapy.
Yeah.
No, I like the dentist because there's like 2 people who take care of you. I do. You sit back and you don't have to do anything. You just keep your mouth open and they just look after you. It's amazing. I love it.
Well, look,
You have to get that blue drink. You're not supposed to swallow it.
I feel like what's going to happen now is Kwame and I are going to extricate ourselves from this podcast and slowly move away as Darren continues to tell us all about his life in solitary confinement.
I've really made it sound bad, haven't I? My life over the fact. But, it's fine. I love it. And it's nice and dark.
Kwame, it's been a delight having you
I
here.
was gonna say like the day Darren like embraces sunlight, he'll be like a new man.
Yeah, I know.
It's like proper like
I
don't
am a
know.
winter person. I do like the winter better than...
Oh, so you don't get SAD?
What, SAD?
Yeah.
Sad?
seasonal
No,
affective
it's a seasonal
disorder.
affective disorder. When
Oh.
people get depressed because there isn't enough sunlight.
No, I'm the opposite. I'm very much like, oh, nice. Put hats on.
Where's the part of the world where they don't get much sunlight at all?
Oh, like
Well, either end.
Huh?
is it like Finland, Greenland,
Yeah.
sort
Oh,
of
yeah.
like Iceland kind of.
Places nearer the pole.
Oh, give me it.
Alaska has
Yeah.
this time of the year where it's only like 5, like
Iceland has days where it's like 4 hours.
Yeah,
Or-
you need to move there.
Wow.
Yeah,
There's
that's
there
your
black
dream
people
place.
there.
Anyway, Kwame. On that note, I think we're going to wrap up the pod. Kwame, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
A delight to have you. We'd
Go
love to have you
see
back again.
Kwame on tour and follow him. Give him a follow. Kwame. It's one of the
Kwame.
greatest names in comedy.
Yeah, it is brilliant. Kwame is one of the best. We love him very much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Darren,
Yep, that's me.
I hope you find some sort of companionship on your way home tonight.
On my way home. Oh, I'm walking around with a net. What are you talking about? Functional companionship on my way home. What am I going to do? Talk to the ticket
Shall
inspector?
I stay with you tonight?
I'd hate that. That's what you switch all my lights on. Be weird. I'd see things I've never seen before. Is that where our trainer is over there?
Definitely don't use his bathtub, that's for sure.
We'll see you again soon. Give us 5 stars. Leave us a review. do all the good stuff. Follow, subscribe, and we'll come back with another episode very soon. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Shame is delicious. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. 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 Shame is delicious.